Alright.
What?
That. Welcome to
Frugal Life with Dick and Jane.
I'm Dick.
And I'm Jane.
So today, I guess it's more of a cooking video, our first one so far. Just want to kind of show you how easy it is to smoke a great piece of meat. So we're just doing an easy one right today.
Pork butt.
It's about 8.5 pound pork butt. We smoke all of our meat on the Weber, including briskets up to like 17 pounds. I mean, as big as we can find, as big as we can find them. But we just got a pork butt. It's an easy start, especially if you're brand new to smoking. So we'll go through the whole process, what we like to use, and it's super easy. Don't be scared of this. But this is the magic kettle right here. So go get yourself one of these if you find this video useful, and see how easy it is in the end. Let's get started.
Here, we're gonna go ahead and start our fire up, get that going. Got the coals, got some oil, and get that going for us before we get on the meat area. Gotta build up our grill. Go ahead and take your pan. We use a turkey pan right here. Put it in there. Got our mesquite. It's our favorite wood to use. Super easy. They say it's strong, but not that strong to us. Makes a good meat. Gives us some good flavor. So we go ahead and build this wall up here. I take a couple little tries back and forth. Got a solid little wall. And what we're going to do is throw in the coals after it's ready. We're going to go ahead and fill that turkey pan full of water that keeps the moisture going. Get all the gunk from the last cook out of there. You got that little flapper back there. That's where your coals are going to go. To start off this thing, we gotta always do the sanitary, wash your hands. You got the meat out. You're gonna get that rub on there. Use a salt lick rub. It's real nice stuff. It's pretty spicy. You gotta mix it with the garlic as well. It's kind of a mixture of all rubs we had in our cupboard on this one. For this 8.5 pound pork butt. We got our coals here. They're not quite ready. Gotta have them white. There we go. We got them going now. Go ahead and throw them in that flapper right behind here. Get it going. What that's going to do is burn into that smoking wood, that mesquite. Get our meat out. Our 8 pound 5 baby on the top of there. Get it smoking. Cover it up. Go ahead and open up that top thing to about a quarter open. Bottom's about halfway. And add some more coals. We're about 2 hours into this smoke right now. I'm go ahead and measure that temperature. Temperature's about 140 on this one right now. At 2 hours in. Now we're into 5 hours. I think it's about 160, 170 degrees right now. Right now we're kind of running out of time. Gotta get the family fed. It's already running late. We started about 1:30 per meat. It's about an hour per pound for these big slabs of meat, brisket, pork. Pork is usually quicker, but this one is not going as quick as I like it to be. But I'm not monitoring anything. So I'm going to speed it up, wrap it in foil. It gets the juices all locked in for about 4 to 5 hours. Your meat's going to absorb about as much smoke as it's going to get overall. Go ahead and throw it in there. Add some more wood to that. Just throw more wood on there. We don't need more coals, just more wood.
So plot twist, turns out we didn't have any barbecue sauce. So here I am winging it and throwing something together. And I turned the wrong burner on because I'm bright like that. So yeah, this is just ketchup, brown sugar, honey, Worcestershire sauce, garlic powder, and black pepper. Tossed in some hot sauce and a little bit of salt. That was not enough hot sauce. I did end up adding in cayenne pepper to give it a little kick, and then just kind of let it simmer on the stove. Try to get all that ketchup out of there. And hey, now we're out of ketchup. It turned out okay. It kind of reminded me more of like the Carolina style barbecue sauce. Oh, I forgot to mention there's apple cider vinegar in there.
All right, on to my favorite part, the unwrapping of the meat. So we got this up to an internal temperature of 205. 205 is important for your breaking apart of the meat. Everything is loosened up and should shred at this temperature just dandy. I got these gloves on to protect me, but this meat is still super hot, just came off the grill. At this point, you just smush and grab, and that meat just explodes. So we got a bone in, there's a bone in there somewhere, a couple bones you gotta remove. And we don't remove any of the fat. That's just flavor right there. When you squish it apart and tear this meat apart, you can start to pick out the fat chunks that were left on the meat. There we go. Big old piece of meat, bone right there. And my hands are on fire. Even though these gloves are awesome, they still transfer heat. Not like a bare hand, but they still transfer heat. At some point I'll get my shredding forks out, handheld shredding forks, and continue this. You see you got that red in there, that's your smoke flavor. Nice and squishy. There you go, there's your finished product. So that's a 7x9 pan right there. Got my little forks right there. That's a whole bunch of meat. A lot of
So
food.
finally time to assemble our meal that we've been waiting forever for. This is going on some jalapeno cheddar rolls, sliders that I found at H-E-B. So I pile a little bit of that pulled pork on top, and then we'll add a drizzle of this concoction. Next, we're gonna top it with some coleslaw. Really should have gone in with bigger scoops than that. Or you'll see me going back and forth for more. You know, you gotta have that perfect ratio, that perfect bite. I can't have these sandwiches without the coleslaw. Delicious. A little bit of homemade potato salad. And then some baked beans because they just pair oh so well with all this. And there you have it.
Alright, so there we go. We got our finished product. Jalapeno buns. I don't know why I feel like I gotta squish this down like it's a fresh brisket, but I guess that's just what I'm used to. There you go.
Oh my gosh, I'm too old for this crap. Oh, thank God for coffee. Oh yeah, so I sent Dick an article came across last night. Apparently, if you drink a cup of coffee a day, you've got lower chance of getting COVID.
True story.
Facts.
So there you go. It wasn't totally in depth, but that's literally how simple this is. It's put a turkey pan in there, build a wall, put briquettes on their side, let it burn through. The kettle takes care of it all. Like I said, your settings on the bottom, you get used to those. There's no temperature on this. I didn't track anything. Anything at all. How many times will you check it, Dave?
2-3 times?
2-3 times? 8.5 hours. I didn't even look at this thing. What do they say? If you're looking,
It ain't cooking?
you ain't cooking. There you go.
Oh, it ain't.
They
you
can't
ain't.
hear you, but yeah, whatever.
Oh, and low and slow.
Low and slow. So 8.5 hours. The meat was 8.5 pounds. Very simple. This one keeps the heat. You don't have to worry a whole bunch about it. Just add a little bit throughout the day or during your cook time. Very easy. Very simple.
It's nice because you can just throw it on there and then go about your business for the day. And then when the day's over, you got food
Yep.
with a freaking smoke ring.
You got food. All you got to do is make sure that internal temperature is the correct temperature. And why we did the pork butt was it's very easy.
And
you can do
delicious.
yes. and delicious. Pork butts, ribs. I think pork. Well, no, pork chops are a little hard. We're talking about smoking ribs and smoking pork butts. Your cheapest cuts of meat, and they're very easy, very simple to do. That's where I'd start, and then you can move on to brisket. As far as meat goes, I wouldn't get all fancy. We still don't go all fancy. I've been doing this for 3 years now. I'm not a professional, but I haven't had many complaints other than my own and trying to hit that personal better piece of meat. But we just get the Packer styles. Very simple, very cheap. They all turn out. Just find that rub that you like, and give it some time. Give it that Sunday or that Saturday. Just make sure you got your timing right for dinner. Otherwise, you'll be eating late or the next day. And you've seen how much meat it produced. Just that one 8.5. I mean, it had the bone in it and stuff, but it produced a lot of meat. And we just had.
Oh, so it's great for Brenner, I believe.
Leonard.
It's great for meal prepping. If you think it's too much meat, I don't think it's ever too much meat. I don't care if you're one person or a family. You can portion it out and you can cook it into other meals, get creative. I pull stuff out of who knows where with leftover brisket. We will eat brisket for a week. I don't care. I will prepare it in a multitude of ways, put it in chili, whatever. It's never too much meat. You can freeze it, you can, like I said, just put it into different meals, put it into dinner or Brenner. We had omelets tonight. I made pulled pork omelets. They were amazing, lots of protein.
So there you go. Frugal Life with Dick and Jane.
And Daisy and Lucky.
And Daisy and Leia somewhere. Anyway, we got chickens running around. They're just probably thankful we didn't smoke them. So there you go. There's how it's frugal. It can feed your family up to a week. In most cases, meal a day, 7 days. As long as you just prep it out. Appreciate you guys coming. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and the deep voice. Wait, that wasn't deep. Deep voice. Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys. Have a good one.